I know what it feels like to have nothing, all right? And I had to rebuild my life over with 6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like that ain't a lot of money, but it's a lot of people here watching right now.
It's not
Girls that's getting $200 a
$81,000,
month child.
6,700 a month in the state of New York City. You do the math.
Oh, I done the math. I've been in child support, bro. I went to jail.
It's the Date Master, and yes, we're back with another banger. Top of the morning. We're going to get into this. This is why I always say what you do does not impact you only. We have this self-absorbed, isolated mentality that where we think what we do when it comes to pleasure, emotional reaction, just doing whatever the fuck you want to do, for lack of better words. We only think that it affects us. This is a prime example of a broken legacy. These stories happen more so than not when it comes to not just the black community, all over the place. You see the thing with the black community, our situations are more promoted and marketed. We get a little bit more coverage because they want to continuously show us in a desolated state, or should I say a low state of being. They want to propagate a particular issue as being the norm. This is not just widespread amongst black people, but it is rampant to where you see a mother being jaded, being scorned. I did a video and it's still getting traction to this day. I did this, I think, 2 years ago. This is one of the first videos I put on YouTube. I did it in 2020 about how toxic mothers ruin their sons. And that video is still getting traction today. And I'm going to drop it in the comments. I'm going to put that link so you can go and take a look at that and look at the commentary. 50 Cent's son is on the internet at 25 years old talking as if his mother has her hand up his ass like a ventriloquist. You listen to the talking points in that full. If you go and watch that full interview with Choke No Joke and 50 Cent's son Marquise, or Marquise, whatever his name is, he talks just like a woman. He basically is stating that 50 Cent is living a multi-million-dollar lifestyle. So should he, even though he talks shit about his own father, not knowing the story from both sides or the truth. He heard it from his mother only because his mother turned greedy, and in more cases than not, she had outside influences telling her to get the money from him. Do not be a helpmate to him. Do not build and stay by his side. 50 Cent is a giant. He's built multiple streams of income that are not going anywhere no time soon. He has a power universe. His son is supposed to be starring in every show that 50 Cent has going on. His son's supposed to be a part of those projects, generating his own check, because 50 go to the big network to get the check, and he trickle that budget out to make it profitable, meaning he go and finds his own talent and pays them a fair wage. What do you think he would have paid his son? His own son, when he's getting millions of dollars from the network to budget to create these projects. But his mother poisoned him and ruined the bond between between her son and the son's father, 50 Cent. Now he has to pay for that. To watch your father, and this goes the other way as well. This goes to the son being something and the father being nothing, and having to watch your father or son make millions of dollars, change millions of, not, I'm going to say millions of lives, but change hundreds of lives through employment, opportunity, networking, etc. To watch this in real time has to eat at you. And he's going to get this when he gets in his he may get it at the end of this year. We don't know, but I would project in the next 5 to 10 years, he's going to look back and he's going to replay all of the information his mother gave him, and he's going to hate his mother. Because 50 Cent is nowhere near done. 50 Cent is still evolving and still reinventing himself and getting into new lanes. That is what your purpose is as a man. Once you identify and you connect with the Most High, he's going to put you on the right track. You just have to trust and you have to do the work. Finding out this information at 38, some would say, I wish I would have knew this at 28, because people want to go back and stunt on their old friends. What if I told you your old friends are just that? Your old lovers are just that. You're not meant to run across them anymore, so you can shine on them. That's one reason why you're not shining, because you're trying to make a person jealous or envious for not seeing the value that you saw in you. That is not how this goes. Scorned mothers will ruin their children. I just seen a post on Facebook this morning, and it stated black families set their children up for failure. Now, I cannot agree or nor disagree. I think it's two things can be true at the same time. I can say, yes, black families in a lot of cases do set their children up for failure, but I can also say they set them up for mediocrity, just to basically do the same shit that I've done. You have a lot of parents, not just black, but all, I wouldn't say all races, but most races, they're not going for the glitz and glam that black culture is chasing, the clout that black people are chasing. They're not going for that. They're trying to provide for their family, enjoy, and continue the legacy. They're not looking for the glamour shots, the grandiose captions when you have all of this makeup and but designer, you on trips, putting these prolific captions as if that's you, and when we know it's not. But for the most part, black families set their children up to be mediocre at best. They get to a certain age and now it's just work a job and pay bills, and self-medicate when I'm not working a job and paying bills, i.e. drinking, sex, drugs, etc. 50 Cent's son is on the internet telling the world $6,700 a month for 10 years. Or whatever they went back and redid it, because I think he was paying a little bit more. But he's basically telling the world that that's not enough for him to thrive and grow. This is talking points of a woman who does not want to work, who wants to ride the wave of her baby daddy, because she thought because she had his son, and I believe he cut her $1 million check, basically paying the child support up front and put it in an account to where it disperses monthly or bi-weekly, however the judges or the courts have it set up, because you cannot pay your child support ahead of time, because they have to track it, because the state gets a percentage of that child support. But this is a prime example of what happens when a mother turns her son against the father. Broken legacy. Now, he does have another son that's going to reap all of the benefits that he did not. He has because the thing about children, and I don't have children, but I can look at it from a father perspective, looking at my own father. I had a brother who was murdered when I was 15. And I know it affected him, but I could not tell how. But he created more sons, myself and my younger brother. So a father can start over. It sounds rough and it doesn't sound comfortable saying this, but again, a father can start over, a son cannot. If you don't have the foresight and the understanding and maturity and wisdom that comes from being around masculine and prolific men, you won't be able to see the debauchery and the evilness in your own mother when she has stifled and has pretty much amputated all of your opportunity to ever work with your father. Now, we know how 50 Cent is. 50 Cent stands on what he says for the most part. No matter how people like it or don't like it, he's going to stand on it. Now, again, his son, his firstborn son, has to watch him and his other son, and he may have children. He may have more children. He has to watch them thrive and be everything and get everything that he did not, all because of his mother. And his mother is not going to come on camera and say a thing. When 50 Cent got his deal and he started getting the bigger deals, she tried to go back to court to get more money. And in most more cases than not, someone sent it to her. Girl, you seen this? You need to go get some more money out of him, don't you? And the judge said he's already paying more than what he should have been paying anyway, and they reduced it. This is an example of a broken legacy. This is an example of what happens when women get greedy and want to live a luxurious lifestyle by doing nothing, by adding no value. You had his son and you thought you were just supposed to ride off in the sunset, was supposed to get residual income and just be known as 50 Cent's mother. You thought you was going to get the spinoff, the books, all of these opportunities, and you fell flat. This is what happens when women get greedy and women become scorned. Because you got out of pocket. You did not recognize the value because you don't have the discernment that you claim that you have. You don't. You don't have any intuition, because if you did, you would have knew what 50 Cent was going to become. You would have knew this. You wouldn't be in the situation that you're in. You wouldn't be dealing with the heartbreak and the disappointment from other men. If you had all of this discernment, you wouldn't be in the positions that you are in today. If you had all of this discernment, all of this value, you would not be throwing shots at passport bros. You wouldn't be getting mad that you're seeing men exercise their options. And this is not the, I'm going to take a slight turn because this is something that I'm getting interested in and invested in as far as traveling abroad, planting flags in other countries, other parts of the world, not for women, but for opportunity and expansion of your legacy. They're seeing these men go and get these beautiful women, and they don't know how to take it. They don't know how to take that, because in their eyes, they're the shit. But when they matched up, when you line them up side by side, it doesn't measure up. 50 Cent's son is going to get older, and I hope he gets some therapy, because he may be on suicide watch. Because he's going to keep having these arguments with people on the internet at 25 years old, talking about his father didn't set him up based upon the low amount, in air quotes, of child support that he was paying a month, which ultimately totaled out to $1 million as a child. What can a child not do with $6,700 a month? Where's her half? Where's her $6,700 a month? Where is it? It's like 13.4. It's like 13K. Where's her half? But this is what has happened. This is what happens a lot when it comes to the black family, the son and the father, because the mother says, if I can't have you, you can't see your son and build a relationship, because she knows the good qualities that he possesses. If he's to bond with that son is not going to look at her as the favorite. She won't be able to use him as a pawn. That's why women keep children from their fathers. So they have the deadbeat narrative that is BS. That is BS. When you look at Kendra G's show and you see these women say they have babies and got pregnant off of one night stands, that's the deadbeat dad they're talking about. The man that they chose to have unprotected sex with the same night that they met them. It's a broken legacy. And he's going to have to watch his quote unquote half brother, which I don't believe in the half brother. If you come from your father, your father's seed, that is your brother. I would argue that if it's not same fathers and same mother, that is a half brother or half sibling. But you guys let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.